Go.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Poopcast. This is episode number 3. My name is Anthony, and joining me as always is the core of the podcast, Connor.
Yay, I'm the owner of the channel.
Yeah, and on our channel. So this is the 3rd episode, guys. We've been enjoying doing it. We're going to continue to do it. We've got some more topics to talk about.
Yeah, Lee was meant to be on this week, but he's actually off to Wembley.
Wembley, yeah. He said he might do a vlog, so maybe look forward to that on the channel. That might be quite interesting. So yeah, you can stick around for that. Make sure you subscribe, guys. So we're gonna start off with some topics. Okay, we're gonna start off with the new GTA DLC. The new GTA DLC is coming out of the blue for me because I stopped sort of reading up about GTA. I was like, now then.
We actually went the midnight release of that game as well. I remember seeing you.
Exactly. I was like, now then, Connor, you doing? But so the new DLC's come out, and to be honest, it sounds pretty cool. But heists, come on, man. Like seriously, unless heists. Imagine if heist was like hidden in this DLC.
Yes.
And they just didn't say anything. They didn't acknowledge it. They're just trolling. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, heist is here, and everyone's like, what?
If they did that, my respect would be back for them. If they did that,
it would make sense. It's called a Dangerous Business Pack or something like that.
Something like that.
You get 3 new cars. I want to say 2 or 3 new cars.
I don't know if this is true, but one of my friends actually told us that one of the cars you can't even buy anymore because it's a limited edition or something.
Was that the Valentine's Day one?
Yeah, I think. I don't know if...
Yeah, that's the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang one.
Oh, that sucks.
Do you know what's funny, right? I bought it, and then I just sold all of my cars. I sold everything. I've got like over 1 million again. And you actually get, guys, if you want to sell it and make some profit before it goes away, mine in perfect condition with no mods, I sold it for 450,000. Now that's quite good considering I bought it for 750, and normally they'd never pay you anything good. So if you're looking to make a quick buck before it get rid of it, or you want to maybe hold on to it for, I don't know, if you're a collector, then you can do that. So there's new weapons yet again.
Do you know what they are?
It's another. There's another pistol. Who uses pistols in that game? It's all about the advanced rifle, in the minigun, because that's
it's AROP, man.
Exactly. So they've got a new heavy pistol. They've got a new carbine rifle.
Okay,
so
that's pretty cool.
We'll have to wait and see what if it like looks better, and because the modifications are pretty crap. So new clothes. So you've got new suits.
Yeah, suit up.
New vests. Hopefully new ties. I want different coloured ties.
Yes.
I liked it during the Valentine's Day one, or it might be in the Christmas one actually. I think it was the Christmas one. They had a red tie. It looked awesome, but they just got rid of it, so that was kind of annoying. So the GTA Business DLC pack, I didn't find a release date, but I think it's going to be coming very soon.
Oh, it'll definitely be soon.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled, and maybe next week we might have some more news on it. So you can look forward to that. So do you have anything to input on this DLC, Connor?
I've saw a few update videos on it, and to be honest, on GTA, I always wear a suit. I'm a suit kind of guy on GTA.
Yeah. My guy looks like he's out of Scarface most of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with this DLC, do you reckon with the new changes that they're putting in, more stuff like that, do you reckon you find yourself playing it more? No?
No.
Yeah. So the only thing I'm guessing that would get you to play it would be the addition of heists.
And more nudity.
Ah, okay. More strippers, damn it.
Yes.
We need more strippers, because I've already got all of them in my phone book. They've already come back to the apartment like 9 times or whatever, you know.
My stripper to pedestrian ratio is really low, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's all about that ratio, you know. So the next thing that we can maybe talk about is our career modes. We've brought them up in past podcasts that we've done, and we're going to continue to keep doing them until we sort of stop playing them altogether. If we just get bored, or we just can't be bothered anymore. So Connor, do you maybe want to start with yours now? Like maybe some transfers you brought in, your position in the
Okay.
table, that sort of thing. You know.
If I'm being honest, I've been really busy the past week, so I haven't really got to play as much as I wanted to. But from what I have played, I am actually currently playing it now, and I am versing Tottenham in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Winning 2-0, of course, because it's me. But transfers, it's just past January on my game, so I haven't really had. Well, obviously I brought in players like Danny Ings and Bruma and a few
What,
youthers.
Connor? You might have to say what Bruma because there's a few Brumas on this game. So
Well, I'll find his full name.
it's not Jeffrey Bruma. But it's the left winger Bruma from Porto.
Yeah, he's Portuguese.
It's not.
19.
Oh my God! It's not Porto, is it?
I got mine from PSG, but I think he transferred there.
Yeah, he's just called Bruma on the game, guys.
He's 19. Portuguese.
He's 19, Portuguese, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. He can play on the left or the right. He's got some sick stats. Definitely check him out.
You can pry him away for about 10 million.
Yeah, I mean, me and Connor both sort of got him for around about the same price. If you throw in a decent little player with it, you could probably get him a lot cheaper. Because, I mean, he's still pretty young, so obviously he hasn't reached his full potential, so he's not at maximum worth.
You could still get like 3 big contracts out of him.
Oh, definitely. You could. The thing is with this sort of player that Bruma is, he looks like one of them players who can go up stats very quickly.
Oh, he is. His potential's great.
So you can maximize your amount of profit you can make on him if you play him a lot and sell him while he's still young. You can make a lot of money. I'm going to throw this out there. At 19, this kid could be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He's Portuguese, very talented lad.
Quite skillful.
Skillful. All he needs is just, I don't know, maybe to like
A good season.
get more into the limelight somehow by scoring more goals
Or maybe a big transfer.
Exactly. So
Kind of what Lamella did, but a bit more successful.
Yeah. Exactly, something along those lines. Maybe push himself in the limelight, and he could be as good.
I'll tell you what,
Quaresma was like that,
Sunderland.
but he got. You're sorry?
Transfer to Sunderland, and I guarantee he'll be like the next big thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't happen. So, but
Yeah,
right. So
actually, he nearly came on loan, but he got injured. True story.
wow. That's. I bet you it was EA's fault.
The contract actually got leaked on the internet.
All right, interesting. Right, any transfers that you got in the window yourself? Because we kind of got sidetracked by Bruma there.
Tangent.
So, how many players did you bring in? What rating are they? Are they getting in your first team a lot?
Well, actually, that's a perfect transition because I've just finished the match and I'm in my team management now. So.
All right, cool.
Right, let's head over there now.
But in the background, me and Connor are on our Sunderland career modes just so we can get this information. It's live. It's all going to be correct. You know, we're not going off the top of our heads here. Because if we do that, we might get some facts wrong, and we don't look like idiots basically. So
and so I can update you on my centre back as well.
Oh yes. Last week's podcast, Connor bought a
scout,
future star, and it was hilarious. I would strongly suggest to go back and watch the second episode and hear our reactions on the podcast. Basically, what the situation was, Connor spent, I believe it was 3,000 FCC coins, and basically, it's all randomized. The height, position, everything. You don't have any idea. And he got a centre back, a young centre back. I'm pretty sure he might have a decent potential.
I was pretty happy with it at first until I saw his size.
Yeah, he was 5'4", and as a centre back, height is one of the most important things to be a successful centre back.
Exactly. Yeah. I refuse to use Mascherano, and he's only like 5'8".
Yeah, I mean if you play in certain leagues, maybe it's not as important. But when you play in the Premier League, when there's a lot of tall strikers, the height's getting higher and higher every season. You need centre backs who can jump and who can outmuscle them. and that just wasn't that guy that he got, and his name was it Michael Schofield?
Scon. I don't know. He's German, so it's something like
Right,
that.
okay. So do you want to give us a slight update on if he's actually like got older, if he's got any stats have started to come through more that you can see how he's
Right.
progressing?
He's at the moment he's still 15, so I can't promote him.
Hmm.
However, it is becoming more clear that he's very slow. Like 57 sprint speed max, 62.
Well, you have to think at least he's faster than Mertesacker.
I
So
suppose. He has a yellow agility, 71 at max, so he could be pretty acrobatic. He's got 77 balance at max. His jumping's 83 at max, which for a small guy you need to have good jumping at least, which that
you
isn't
do.
good enough.
If
It's
you
not
haven't
good
got that,
enough.
if you haven't got the height, you need the jumping.
Oh, this is great. 81 stamina, so he won't be able to play many games.
Dude, 81 stamina 15's great.
I suppose. Strength, 77. For a
Well,
centre back,
that's actually decent. That's stronger than a few of my players who I'm looking now.
hopefully he grows better, because I like to have my centre backs high 80s, maybe.
Yeah.
These other stats are just awful. He has 73 long shots at max. What is that?
Wow.
That's
He just
awesome.
goes down the field on a monster run and starts like skilling everyone.
Oh, and 70 volleys.
Dude, I think he might be one of them players where you just bring him in for when everyone's knackered. I think that might be his sort of role.
Yeah, so that's the update on that guy. Now we'll go swiftly back to what we were doing before we got
Oh.
sidetracked.
Oh, we need to talk about my signings.
I haven't even done mine yet, we got sidetracked.
Have you not? Oh, right. Okay, continue.
Right, so I brought in Nathaniel Chalaba from Middlesbrough for 3 million.
Very good player, guys. Check him out.
Youth, 19, English, CDM, check him out. I also brought in Bruma from PSG for 10 million, which is my most expensive. I've also brought in, this guy is incredible. He's so cheap and so good. Danny Ings. Quality.
If I could, I normally agree with Connor on Cray mode. We have the same sort of style. We always sort of seem to get similar players. Danny Ings, when we both talked about him, we both come to the same agreement that this guy is a monster. He's absolutely
Amazing.
Fantastic.
He's the Hall FIFA 12, is it? Just
exactly. The thing is with Danny Ings, he's only 5'10". That's not that bad, right? You can play him in striker,
centre forward,
cam or right wing, right? He's got high. Well, mine's on the default, so it might have changed. He's got high attack and work rates and medium defensive. Yep. That's all right. 3-star skills. 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Bear in mind, guys, this is my save was done on default because I'm an idiot.
I've got the updated one.
Yeah. So what's your updated one?
He's still. Yeah. His positions is only a striker. He's solidly a striker now, but I still believe he could play a centre forward, cam, and a wing. He's got high medium still.
Mm-hmm.
However, he's got 3 weak and 3 skill moves. If you think weak foot 3, it's you can get away with it.
That's all right. You can get away with that, exactly.
Skill moves 3. I do like to do a bit of chops, if I'm being honest, but he has got the flair trait though.
Imagine if he had 4-star skills.
Yeah, he has the flair trait as well, so.
OP. He would be so OP if he had 4-star skills.
Yeah, and he's got flair though. It's like so he can do Rabonas and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that I've never scored from a Rabona chip.
Almost. I almost did.
On FIFA 13 and FIFA 12, I believe, I had more luck then, but now my goals just are so. I wouldn't say boring, but I wouldn't say that not very amazing at the same time. So, let us know if you've scored any really fancy goals where you're like that could have been in a montage.
Right. So, I've got a few more players to go, so I'll start again. I also signed a. Let's see. I got him from Ajax. He's Dutch.
Right.
He's a 20-year-old, 6'3", striker.
A striker, okay.
Jurgen Locadia. He's
dude,
really good.
He was from PSV.
Oh, PSV, sorry.
Nice. Yeah, he's
really good.
He's from PSV. He looks like a tank, and he has a great potential.
He really does.
So you can pick him up. I don't know how much you got him for, but I imagine probably 4-5 million. 4-5.
6 million.
Oh well, it's not too far off. He looks like one of them strikers where he's going to sort of bully a lot of the lower rated defenders off the ball quite
He's a
easy.
Ben Teke type.
Yeah. And he seems to be a beast. Have you played him at all, or have you not tried him?
I'm easing him into the squad. He's coming off the bench for that.
Okay, all right, cool. So any other players?
Yes, I've also bought a new centre mid, Lerin Duarte.
Right. Oh, guys, on FIFA 13, he got up to 84. His stats were like high 80s, 90s on mine. He was so good. I don't know if he's like that now,
Yeah.
but he's
At the moment, he's not having the best of time, if I'm being honest.
well, he's only had a few games,
Yeah.
hasn't he? So
He's only appeared 3 times, but he's averaging a 6.8.
yeah. I mean, when he's once you get him in and you've played with him a lot and he's sort of gelled around your team, you'll find yourself having a lot more luck with him. So
I paid 4.5 million, which
that's good. That's good.
I'm
Alright.
building for the future. I'm going down the list, see if there's any other signings I can see. Oh, this one was actually suggested by Anth. I signed him for 500,000. He's from Cardiff City, left back, youth,
Oh,
called
right.
Declan John.
Do you know what's funny? I had my brain blank there, and I was like, "Who? What? Like, what are you talking about?" And then I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah, long story short, he's a young 5'9" left back who's got really good crossing. He's quite quick for his age.
He is. I mean, I'm assuming every career mode guy will get him, but he's so good. If you playing in the Championship or League One, he would fit into your team perfect. Even in the Prem, he fits in. He fits in pretty decently. I mean, obviously, you would have to get his stats up a bit for him to be pretty good in the Prem, but he's so cheap. Get him. I think he goes to mid-80s, but with potential, guys. You have to remember, it's not a ceiling. You can always get higher than the potential as long as you're playing them consistently and they're getting good match ratings.
And they're happy.
And I don't know if that makes a difference.
The morale will probably make a difference, but make sure they're playing in the right position because it'll make them play better.
Yeah, and just try and if you're playing with midfielders or strikers and you want them to get better, just try and get them like assists or goals. You'll find yourself that the stats go up quicker when they're in really good form. So, any other players, Connor, or should we?
I have a right winger from Arsenal, a very youth German.
Serge Gnabry. Yeah.
Yep, I brought him in for 2 million, and he's actually being really good. If I'm being honest, can't really talk about much about him. I'll just move swiftly on to the next player. Gail Biggie Riam. I cannot say that name.
It's okay. I think it's Birgi Mana or something.
I don't know. Mikey knows, but I signed him for 1 million. And honestly, he is from the rival team of my local team, and I did it on basically
on the basis there is his potential.
Yes, and he's actually pretty good. Hasn't got into my squad yet because he's too young, but he's getting occasional games and cup games. So
I mean, the thing is with me is even if for me, the team who I follow, I mean, I don't really support them. I just follow them, and I like seeing how they're doing. Is Werder Bremen, and when I wouldn't have no qualms going on to a rival team and buying rival players. For me, that's not really much of a problem, but for some people, it can be. So let us know. Are you like that? Do you refuse to buy from your rival team? Or do you just say, what the hell, he's a good player. It doesn't matter if he's played on the other team and screwed us over in the past by scoring a last-minute winner or whatever. Would you consider buying them for your team? So have you got any
signings?
That's all your signings. Right. I've got quite a lot. So you want to get your popcorn, are you? This might be quite a list. So
some popcorn on the crack.
So we've got Christian Bonilla. I think he's a Colombian keeper. He's 21. He's 75 rated. At 21, he's got 84 reflexes and 80 diving, which is amazing. He goes up to, I believe, mid-80s. I had to pay a little bit for him. I believe it was 4 million for him. Just because he played for a low team in like a foreign league. So
what?
What?
I've just got a 5'2" scouted player.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes. You need to make a team of midgets.
I'm going to sign that guy just because of the basis of his height.
sign
Right.
him up.
Sorry for
Right.
interrupting you there.
No, it's fine. I've got a Mateo Mustache guy. He plays for, I think, Villarreal. He's 80 rated. I got him on a pre-contract. He's really good. I got Goretzka from Schalke. 19-year-old German, very powerful. I got Angel Correa. But as this is the default one, he's only got 2-star skills and 3-star weak foot, and a lot of his stats aren't as prominent as they are in the update. And then I got Will Hughes, Kondong Bia, who, guys, if I want to recommend anyone for my list, Jeffrey Kondog Bia, right? He is so amazing. He's 21 and he's already got like 90 strength, right? He's got 85 passing, 84 shot power, 89 stand tackling, 83 slide down. He's the perfect CDM. He's 6'2". He's built like a brick shit house. Pick him up. He might cost a bit though, so be very wary when you're trying to get him. I got Giroud from Arsenal.
Olivier.
I was looking for sort of a strong, tall striker, and I got him for 10 million, which I think was a pretty decent buy. I'm just having a look now. I got Bruma. Obviously, we've talked a lot about this kid. He's got a lot of potential. Then I got Mickey van der Hart from Ajax. Now I bought him on the fact that he sounded like when I looked at him, I thought, he sounds like a decent player. I don't think he gets very high, so I'm just trying to think. I think that's everyone, because I got a lot of players at the end of the season just gone.
Yeah, same.
And I've already talked a lot about them, so I don't want to be repeating myself on a lot of things.
Yeah. Do you want to choose the next topic?
I'll just quickly talk about this kid who I've got. I scouted a future star, and I got Helder Santoso. He's a Portuguese right mid. He's actually pretty decent. He obviously. I wish he was a little bit stronger than what he is. He's got 48 strength, so it's not too bad.
He is a winger, so he doesn't need much.
He's got the perfect work rates, high-low. 2-star weak foot, which is a 4-star skills. And at 17, that is just awesome.
Much better than my player. I'm
going to hopefully loan him out, and I'll get back to you guys on how he actually turns out, because he might be a bit of a ledge. So
it might be a bit of a dish.
I think that I'm pretty sure that's all my signings at the minute. I'm currently, as we speak, I think I'm 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars. I'm playing 4-3-1-2, and I think I finished 4th last season, either 3rd or 4th. So I'm in the Champions League. It was a proper mad dash at the end of the season. I got me shit together. We were playing perfect. We got into the Champions League, and then, guys, I got put in pretty much the group of death. We've got Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Celtic. I mean, Celtic's the one I think I can pretty much get 3 points against, but Inter Milan and Barcelona may be incredibly tough. So hopefully, I'm aiming for either 2nd or 3rd in the group here. Obviously, I would love to get through, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. Because this career mode I'm doing is going to last for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I'm currently going to play a match against Barcelona at the Nou Camp. So I'll just be playing that in the background, and we can let you know.
Well, a quick update on my career mode. I'm currently sitting 2nd, with almost at the end of the season, so...
Yeah. Have we ever mentioned what consoles we're playing on or not?
No, but
all right. Well, Connor is playing his on the Xbox One, and I'm playing mine on the PS4. So, I mean, I'll create. To be honest, I wouldn't have done a career mode like this on PS3.
No,
because
I hated it.
When you have a lot of people on your shortlist, you get like 3 frames.
And another thing about that as well, you can't score long shots on pre-gen FIFA.
Yeah, on next gen, guys. Right, I know it's a lot of money, but my God, FIFA on next gen, is just boobaliciously insane.
Yep.
It is amazing. So check that out. Our crime modes, like I said, we'll every week we'll keep informing you with what's going on. If we've got any further, because I know Connor, I think, how far are you at the end of the season?
I'm almost at the end of the season.
He's almost at the end of the season, so hopefully next week, the 4th episode, we will have hopefully the finale update on Connor's season, and I can sort of give you my opinions on how I thought he did, and we can sort of chat about that in some more detail. So the next thing that I think we could maybe talk about, Connor, is the your Skyrim save.
Ooh,
that you've been
Skyrim.
doing. Yeah, I'm a massive Skyrim fan. I've put in about 315 hours on it on one save, so it's pretty incredible. Me guys stacked like a brick shithouse, and it's almost impossible for him to die most of the time.
Right, so a bit of background story about this.
Are you going to tell them how you did it?
I used to have a save like Anth that was about 300 hours in, but my save got corrupt on when my old Xbox broke, and I got really upset about it, so I just kind of didn't play it for like maybe a year. So
Wow.
then I was on Skype chat with Mikey. He was meant to be on the show last week, but he couldn't make it. But and what he did was made me a character, and I just had to play with it. So I did the same, vice versa to him, and now we've kind of just started to play again, and I'm starting to get that feeling back on Skyrim where you just love exploring.
Yeah, and the thing is with Skyrim as well is if you've got a character you enjoy, I think you get more engrossed in the story. And
you do.
I mean, if you're just a generic sort of character, it can
sort of get with a beard.
Yeah, I mean, my guy is annoyed with the beard, but my guy, as I like to give him a bit of a backstory, and when he was a kid, he got his parents got taken away, and he got put into a training camp.
Nice. And
he's been fighting for survival, almost like Hunger Games, but not as gay. So, a lot more manly.
Well, it's funny. My guy's actually got a story behind him too. My plot twist.
Well, I'll quickly finish mine, and then you can tell us yours because yours probably sounds a lot more interesting. But so my guy's been fighting for a while, and he's sort of lost what a normal life was. And he's trying to find the right path back to a normal life, and obviously he's still fighting a lot of his demons from the past, and he's still doing a lot of quests and helping everyone out, and he's just generally just trying to be fit back into society and be the guy that you would need in your sort of city or town. So that's pretty much mine at the minute. I mean, I'm level 63 in like 3/4, so I mean it's kind of stupid how I've played like over 300 hours and I'm not like level 100 or something like that. But the things with Skyrim is you level up very slowly when you get like up to a certain level, and it's quite annoying because I mean I want to be as high as I can get, so I can get like max powers, so I can explore a lot of the abilities properly. So hopefully, if I ever get any higher and put some more skills in a few places. So do you want to talk about yours now, Connor?
So yeah, the story behind my guy, he's actually I think he's a wood elf. Pretty sure he is, yeah.
Yeah, he's an elf, you were saying.
And the story was behind it that he used to be a leader of his like kind of, I think I called it like a scout, like a scouting group of other elves, and the story was behind it that the elves actually got an order that they had to like take out this little village, but you find out the village is full of kids and like women and mothers and stuff. So the story is my elf didn't want to do that, and then he ends up going rogue because
he didn't like the direction.
His colony was kind of turning against everybody.
Yeah.
And he's kind of an outdoorsy person who uses a bow, and he's like an absolute sharpshooter who can live off the land.
The Hitman Heart.
Yes, and what he's actually trying to do in the game is basically just try to find out what his next thing is, because he's so confused of what he wants to do.
Is he on his road to WrestleMania?
He is on the road to WrestleMania.
But so yeah, guys, let us know if you just made a generic like character like Bob. and he just goes along and does his thing? Or does your guy have, or do you like RP and pretend like your guy has a certain personality? Do you like when you're playing? Do you talk in a voice for your character? How do you get engrossed? Because gaming's one of these things where uh, it can be quite. Some games can be generic, but if you role play, they can be a lot of fun, and
It really does make the game better.
I mean, if you're playing on like Fallout and games like that, where your character is sort of just generic. If you make it, do a pretendy little backstory, it's more fun and it gives you more reasons to go back on. And when you talk about the game, you can sort of share experiences. That's really fun. So, let us know what you think of our stories. Do you think they're like Oscar style, Oscar style stories, or do you think they're absolutely shite? Let us know in the comments, as we would love to hear what you guys have to think. So, do you maybe want to, or would you like me to go on to the PS Plus membership, the bonuses for the month of March?
Yeah, you'll have to do that because I don't know much about it. So you'll
All
have to
right.
do it.
So basically, every month, you probably know this, I'm probably boring the shit out of you right now, but basically, every month you get free games and free sort of bits with being a PlayStation Plus member. You get a lot of discounts on stuff. Sometimes substantial, sometimes
Like a
only
Steam sale.
yeah, not that good, but basically, anyway, the month of March is, I believe, it is the new Tomb Raider game. What's it called? Is it just called Tomb
I
Raider?
think it is just called Tomb Raider.
I think it's just called Tomb Raider because I think they rebooted the series, which I thought was pretty much dead, but there must be some life in it still. So basically, that's free on PS3. So that's awesome. I'm not a Tomb Raider fan, so I doubt I would have paid like 30 quid for it. So now I'm getting it for free. It's like, why? I'll play it for free.
Looks canny.
Hopefully, I can give you a sort of little review once I start get playing it. Also, this is slightly off topic. I've just finished one of the previous month's free games, Metro Last Light.
Ooh, I wanted to play that really badly.
Connor, it's a great game. The story gets a bit like daft. I think I wasn't really paying much attention to it near the end, but my god, that game is terrifying in a lot of places. It's really intense. Get your heart pumping. Some really good set piece moments.
So piece, is it over the wall or like a three-man
Exactly.
free kick?
He took a curler. He thought, what, I'm gonna like run out and straight out of the wall. But so yeah, it was really good. I mean, I just played it on easy because I was like, I heard this game's pretty tough. I thought I'll go through it. I'm never gonna do that on hard. My God, I would have a heart attack because that game was pretty tough on easy.
If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack.
Exactly. You have to constantly change your air filters and gas masks if they break and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
there were like some of the like there was one part, Connor, where I was constantly dying because I couldn't find any air filters. I got uber jammy and I hit a checkpoint. Otherwise, I would have been stuck on that game.
That game sounds like it has so much into it.
It's really good, Connor. The weapons feel like they've got a punch to them, which is kind of rare. But it's really awesome, guys. You're gonna have to download it quick because March is coming up faster than Usain Bolt for some fried chicken. So watch yourself and pick it up. BioShock Infinite, that's there as well. Now I'm gonna start that. So that'll be pretty awesome.
Before you start that, I'm actually like 3/4 of the way through it. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I'm going to say it's one of the best games I've ever played.
All right, well, that's a pretty bold statement.
The storyline, you get so emotionally attached to it. It's crazy.
Is it like a Whitney Houston song?
It is like a Whitney Houston song before she joined the Transformers.
Exactly, inside Smoke and Crack. But basically, I'm going to start that up now. I'll let you guys know if I think you should get it. I mean, it looks great, so I mean, it looks like one of them games where it's just generally quite vibrant and full of colour. And I like games that are full of colour because after you played Fallout 3 for so long, you're like, this game would be even better if it had a lot more colour to it, So, yeah, I think we'll move on like a steam train running, and we will talk about the Sunderland, and we will talk about the Capital One Cup journey they've had,
aka League Cup.
yeah, and we're going to talk about the future for the team. But first, we're going to talk about the Capital One Cup. Connor is a Sunderland supporter, so
Die
he knows the ins and outs of Sunderland FC. So why don't you tell us a bit about how you thought this whole journey has been in the Capital One Cup, and how you think it'll make the team stronger and help them for the future. So
Well, as any avid football fan knows, Sunderland haven't had the best season at the moment.
yep, where are they at currently? Are they
Top,
18th?
top of the relegation. I think it's 17th. I think
I'm pretty sure it's 18th. Is it?
it's top of the relegation zone, but kind
All
of
right,
just
okay.
just sitting in it.
Yeah.
We
Gus
we-
Poyet's turned them around.
Oh yeah,
after-
definitely. As you know, we started the season with Paolo Di Canio in charge.
And he was terrible.
Yeah, he got sacked about a quarter of the season, then haven't won a game.
Everyone loved him because he was a bit of a rebel, but my God, he didn't know shite
Yeah.
about managing. So,
So he got sacked around the Crystal Palace game. I remember that game because
was it not West Brom?
no, it was Crystal Palace. It was his last game in charge because he lost 3-2.
Are you sure? Because last time I saw him for Sunderland, he was like he went to the Sunderland away fans at West Brom's stadium.
Oh yeah, I can't remember. Might be it's one of them two.
Yeah, but so the Sunderland's Capital One Cup journey. What sort of teams have they faced? Because I can't remember. So
If I'm being honest, we have got quite a bit lucky with the draw.
right,
The first game we had was against MK Dons, where we won like 4-0 with 2 Connor Wickham goals, and
they
Altidore
get
scored.
the whip of Wickham.
Well, Altidore scored, so
Oh wow, Jesus Christ!
that's why he got his first goal.
Once in a blue moon. But
Then we got drawn against. I'm pretty sure it's. Damn it! I was just looking the other day. I think it was another League Two side.
right,
We won them, obviously.
was it Chesterfield or something?
Colchester, maybe, I don't know, something like that.
All right, it's one of the low
Yeah.
teams.
Then we came up against. I think Southampton. We knocked them out.
And then it was Man U, wasn't
Nope. Kidminster Harriers. We knocked them out.
it? That sounds like an Air Force
Then
thing.
we came up against Chelsea, and that one was a really good game. Almost
Against
lost it.
Chelsea.
Yeah, we almost lost it, but then Key scored a winner in the 118th minute.
Was that at the Stadium Light or Stamford?
Stadium. Light.
Oh, can he? There's some reason my brain's just not remembering
You're probably drunk
as
while
if that
watching
happened. Yeah, I was probably inebriated on the Corrie Club, Corrie Club. But so the Man U game.
Oh, which one?
That's where Sunderland showed they had the
Heart.
determination. Their hearts were on fire, like an 80s training montage. Exactly. They believed in the Shield and in the Rocky 4. And Bozzini, exactly. They took it all the way to Penal's, Jeff. The Penal's, Jeff, were awful, Jeff.
They took it all the way to the danger
And
zone.
exactly, they went to the danger zone with Jeff Stelling.
That's the new record for 80s montage songs.
It is. And basically, the Penals were awful, Jeff.
Oh, they were the best.
We have to keep saying Jeff.
Yes,
And
Jeff.
basically, Jeff, they couldn't hit a barn door if they were inside the barn staring at the door. They were awful, right? I don't know who.
I could tell you.
I don't know who on the training ground is teaching them penalties. It might as well be Stevie Wonder.
Hey, I want to speak about that.
Speak about what? What, the penalties?
On Sunderland's thing, we had some atrocious penalties, but the funny thing is, the person who you would least expect to put a good penalty in scored an absolute corker of a penalty. Marcos Alonso, a left back. He
Damn work
placed his
rate.
penalty perfectly.
As
well as
Did he
Key.
place it on top of the podium?
That's where Manon is. He was the hero of that game.
Manone, for some reason, right, since he's come to Sunderland, since he's had a bit of faith, keep the faith, as Bon Jovi would say, in him, then he's just turned into a monster. I don't know what he was doing at Arsenal. Well, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well,
But
Wenger almost must have saw something in him.
He's going to be, I think, as popular as Mignolet, because
He's probably more popular at the moment, if I'm being honest.
he's come in and he's come up with some big performances, and he just looks like an absolute beast.
Well, we bought
You
him
know?
for 2 million as well, and that's
I
a
mean,
steal.
that's a pretty decent deal considering he came from Arsenal. If I was Arsene Wenger, I probably might have asked for a little bit more because he was still relatively young. So, the best thing is with keepers nowadays is
Then go until
you
the 43.
can guarantee you're bloody almost dead. Because the keepers generally keep for quite longer than a lot of other players do. Because if you're an outfield player, you're picking up a lot more injuries.
You're running a lot more,
So your body's sort of all battered and
unless you're Berbatov
how do you learn to batter?
or Zlatan.
So basically, keepers keep for a long time. So I reckon he's going to be an absolute legend for Sunderland.
Definitely.
As long as he keeps getting played and he keeps putting in the great performances that you've seen. Obviously, the Arsenal game, the defense wasn't there.
Oh, it
And if
wasn't.
the defense isn't there, you can't ask the poor lad to hold the whole team on his back. Because
He's done it before, but he couldn't do it again.
that would just be too much on the lad. He's just come into the team and against a strong Arsenal team who were powered by sort of I would say frustration.
Right.
In the Bayern Munich game, as they lost, they wanted to come into the next game and batter the team who they played, and unfortunately they battered Sunderland.
Well, the way I think about it, is a team that's bottom, you can't expect to go up against Arsenal and expect an easy game. You're gonna get shit thrown at you.
Yeah, like you're gonna get shit thrown at you, like you're at the zoo.
That's how you react.
The monkey exhibit, So, if you are a Sunderland fan, let us know and let us know what you think of Manone. Let us know what you think of the team. Do you think that the
Can't forget about Johnson as well.
Johnson's been playing well? I don't know if he's been playing uber well in the cup because
Should have been called up. Yeah, he has.
been more of a Premier League player for me, more of a sort of going big in the big games.
Well, he's turned up in like the Chelsea and the United game, like the later ones.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Well, that's where you want him to turn up, if anything, in the big games.
You want him to turn up when it matters, such as against the big teams.
And he should have been called up for England because bullshit. Roy Hodgson's calling up players that are inexperienced.
Roy Hodgson called up 4 keepers. Is he on crack? Is he smoking crack with Whitney Houston and everyone else? Because that's pretty much what I'm thinking right now.
You barely need one keeper. Well, you need one keeper, but you barely need a backup keeper. It's very rare you need a backup.
Yeah, but so the plane, is it tomorrow or Sunday?
It's
Sunday. Currently Friday today. We're recording it a day early, so the plane on Sunday. What is your honest prediction?
2-1 Sunderland.
So you go for 2-1 Sunderland, right? Okay. I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-1 affair, right?
Penalty Jeffs.
And I think it's going to go to penalties, Jeff. And I reckon that the Sunderland lads are all of a sudden going to start hearing Hearts on Fire again, like they did against Man U. I reckon they're going to steal it on penalties, Jeff.
Oh, things can only get better.
Exactly.
Things can only get better.
God damn it! But yeah, I think they're going to win on penalties, Jeff. And I reckon that I think that's how they're going to do it. And I think if they win that, I think they'll give them a great boost, and I think they'll stay up. And then next season, with that confidence of winning the cup, knowing they can get there against the big teams.
Let's describe it, Neil. The last penalty. The penalty has to be scored. Key twats at top corner. Then all you hear is wise men say only fools. Yes.
God damn it! But I think Sunderland will stay up if they win. If they don't win this, I think they might struggle and I think they might get relegated. Obviously, I don't want them to be relegated because they're a local team. But you saw Wigan. They won the cup and they still got relegated.
I would like some aloe vera with that burn.
You have to drink some orange juice. Basically, I think Sunderland will win on penalties, and I think they will stay up. But if they don't win, I think it's doom and gloom for the rest of the season.
Well, as a biased Sunderland fan, they're just going to stay up either way.
They're going to win the league.
So we're going to take a quick break.
All right, okay.
So this podcast was brought to you by FIFA Co-op Seasons. Enjoy this season. So
What?
yeah, I've just checked the length of the footage we got so far, and it's quite a long one. And it's gonna be an extended episode, so make sure we hit the like button to show your appreciation for longer podcast.
Yep. Maybe subscribe as well, because we've got a lot of good plans for this podcast in the future. So subscribe. Connor really appreciates.
I really like looking at comments and seeing the
Yeah,
likes and stuff. It's really nice.
exactly. It especially when we put a lot of effort into these podcasts. Some people might just think we turn up and just talk about random stuff. A lot of
We
thought.
put a week's worth of work into
Yeah,
it. So.
we get as many notes as we can. We think's relevant and whatnot, and
And a little bit from Reddit.
yeah, and we ask our friends in real life, what do you want us to talk about and stuff. So, we hope that you understand that a lot of work goes into this, and because of that, dropping a like would really mean a lot. So that I think after that we can move on now. After that, there.
Smooth transition.
Yep. So the next thing we could talk about is the future for Sunderland. Speaking because before our commercial break, which was brought to you by the Co-op Seasons on Connor's channel, which you should check out.
Leader of the pack.
Exactly. The future for me for Sunderland is a bit misty at the minute. And the reason I'm saying that is because I believe that for them to truly move forward, I think they need to sort of get rid of like a lot of dead wood and bring in young, exciting players, maybe already slightly proven players, who are still relatively young, to boost the team and to push the team forward, because they've got a lot of dead wood, in my opinion. That's sort of stopping them from being as high as they should be.
Well, yeah.
And I think once they do that, I think they will be in the Premier League for a long time to come. So,
Well, from being a Sunderland fan, what I'm seeing so far, that Gus's first transfer window was a January one, which you know that isn't very long, and you don't get
yeah,
much money to spend in it. And he brought in Liam Bridcut, which is a young British hold midfielder who's really well, he's really well known in his prospective league.
mm,
He probably should have been a Premier League player anyway, but he's been at Brighton for such a long time.
yeah,
And he also brought in a few loan signings from Argentina, which
yep,
the thing is about football these days, guys, you have to go to foreign leagues to get your players because British players expect too much money on the wages,
exactly. And not just the wages as well.
price tags.
The clubs know how rare good English talent is. So
Like Luke Shaw, Chelsea are like 30 million for
they're
Luke
going off at 22, I
Shaw. Was
think.
it? Still
Something
22
like that.
million for an
That's
18-year-old left back that hasn't really proven himself yet.
exactly. You hit the nail on the head. He's not proven, and you cannot offer that sort of money for
Nah.
someone who's only 18, 19.
For that, you
He's
could buy Bainsey.
exactly. You could probably buy Baines for a lot cheaper than 20 million, in
And
my
he's a
opinion.
proven left back.
And he is, my opinion, the best left back in the Premier League
You
by
forgot
far.
about Bardsley. Oh no, he's a right back.
It's the
Later
right back. But yeah, Baines is amazing. But I think the future of Sunderland, if Gus Poyet
He knows
goes
what he's
for,
doing.
if he goes for a sort of youth-driven, sort of exciting football, I think Sunderland will have a very good future.
Well,
It's just a case of whether they can keep the finances right, and use their finances to better themselves. So because I mean the thing is with Sunderland, they haven't really went big on any signings for a long time. Aaron Bent was their last really big signing that cost a lot of money. So
I
when
think Fletcher cost more.
yeah, well, I think they need someone like that, where they need to pay a little bit more than what they normally do to bring in someone who's world class or very highly rated. So I think like you said, the future's going to be good under Gus Poyet. He seems to be a pretty decent manager.
Gus Poyet, he likes playing loads of midfielders. He loves the possession game. He loves possession game.
Mm.
He loves to dominate. Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is with possession games is that it can also work against you. If you spend too much time on the ball, that's less time you're shooting, and that's less goals you might score. So it's just if he can keep a possession attacking football, Sunderland have got bright things ahead for them. So I think that's all much we can pretty say on that.
Yeah, I think we should stop with the Sunderland talk now.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want this to turn into a Sunderland podcast, but
Exactly.
we want to talk about real life football, and because I like Sunderland and Connor is a supporter for life for Sunderland, we want to sort of bring it into the podcast and talk about relevant things. Maybe we'll talk about some of your teams if you suggest them in the comments. Say maybe you're a Man United fan and you're currently shitting your pants over what's going on.
And you want to hear me and Ant slag off Moyes for like 90
Yeah.
minutes?
To be honest, I don't think it's David Moyes' fault. I think his players have just like
I just don't think he's right for the club. He's a good manager at Everton, but he's just
no.
not right on the big stage.
To be honest, now you brought this up, I think David Moyes is a quality manager, but I think his players just aren't performing and they don't want to perform because they're so used to winning under Fergie because they used to kick their ass if they didn't get out wrong, if they got something wrong, sorry, and because David Moyes doesn't do that, maybe they're not getting pushed to play as hard. And you look at the game against Olympiacos. Apparently, Olympiacos just dominated,
I watched it.
and it's like that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening.
Should I tell you the reason why they're losing?
I think it's morale more than
You
anything.
can't put Smalling and Ferdinand in defence and expect quality. I'm sorry, Ferdinand lost his edge years ago, and Smalling's like fucking Bambi. He can barely walk.
Yes,
Fall an hour.
Smalling's bloody is
Pillock.
useful. I was going to say anything like that, but I was going to say he's not very useful. He's about as useful as a chocolate faggot. So
Yeah, and
you know,
Cleverly, he's irrelevant now.
oh my god, Cleverly! Like I don't even think a League Two team should take him.
There's an actual petition on the internet to get Cleverly banned from the England squad.
That's quite amazing. So we're going to move back onto gaming. We're going to talk about HD remakes and the future of gaming, and then we'll call it a day on the
So we're on the
podcast.
final stretch.
We're on the final stretch. We can see the
light at the end of the tunnel.
See the light. And hallelujah. So we're going to talk about HD remakes. Me and Connor. Was it last episode? It might have been last episode. The first episode, me and Connor alluded to getting a HD remake of The Warriors.
Yes.
Me and him agree that The Warriors was one of the best PS2 games there was.
Warriors, come out
I mean,
to play.
It was so fun to play. I played so much time in that, and it was so badass. Let us know if you like The Warriors as well, and whether you think it'd have a HD remake. Maybe I said to Connor, I said, how good would it be if you had co-op online?
Awesome.
And like you could have like trophies to say like, yeah, when you do the story you get rewarded, because a lot of PS2 games they used to reward you after you beated the game. So having the satisfaction of getting rewards while you're playing the game is very important in my opinion. So we've got The Warriors. Bully's already had one in the form of Scholarship Edition.
Bully's awesome.
That's out the window. I don't think I would want a HD remake of San Andreas.
No. I think it's what made it fun, how it was all arcadey.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much right. I mean, when I'm thinking back to games now, and I want a HD remake of, a lot of them have already been made. You've got games like Hitman Blood Money that's on the store, that's got trophies in a HD remake. Splinter Cell got a HD remake.
Some games shouldn't be remade though. It's just
exactly it ruins the
originality of it.
Yeah, and when you play it, you realise like maybe this wasn't as fun as I thought it was when I was playing it. But you know, let us know what you think in the comments about HD remakes. Do you think that they're as good as they can be? Obviously, they can't start the graphics again and make them look brand new.
It'd be too much work.
You know, it'd be too much work, and plus, I don't think anyone would want to do that.
The profit margin
Anyway,
because you're
gonna like, this isn't the original graphics, you know. So I don't know. Let us know. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of the games I would want to be HD remakes, I don't think I would want to play them that much anymore. I would just like to see them in better on a better system.
Yeah, bring out your inner hipster.
Exactly. But so what about you then? Because I know you like quite a few different PS2 games.
I love loads of different kinds. Draugr.
But I mean, for me, the PS2 was such a good system.
It was. Everyone could afford it. There was loads of games.
Exactly. I don't think I would want any more HD remakes. I think it sort of ruins it.
Honestly, I can't think of any at the moment. The thing is, when this podcast's over, I'll think of 1,000.
what's the point of making the PS2 game available on the PS3? Because it means you're not going to boot up your PS2, are you?
That's a good point.
You know?
It's always good going back and having a bit of fun.
Yeah, I mean, when you look on the store now and you see you're going to get pretty much every PS2 game ever, that means your PS2 is going to be pretty much worthless to you to play anymore.
The conflict games are pretty good on PlayStation.
Yeah, but I mean, it just when you've got the PlayStation Now, good done. PlayStation Now is going to basically give you replayability for the PlayStation 4, like of the old games, and it's like, why would you go back to your PS2 or PS1 if you had still and to play any of these games, because you've got it on a system that's easier for you. And I mean, I always get my PS2 out now and again when I'm a bit bored of the current games. I always go back, and they never seem to disappoint. So, we're going to move on to the final topic, because this has turned out to be quite a long episode, and we want to keep it sort of an hour long. So what we're going to talk about is the future of gaming. Now, for me, the future of gaming
already.
Yeah, the future gaming for me is looking bright. It's looking really bright. A lot more people are finally accepting gaming as a legitimate sort of business model and a legitimate way to make a lot of money, as you saw with Grand Theft Auto, making God knows how much money, and so they're turned into EA money. But it's really good, but it's also really bad, because a lot of places, pardon me, are now closing and refocusing, like Irrational Games, which was the recent one. Irrational Games, who made games like BioShock, sort of stuff. They're shutting down, and that licenses went over to 2K Games, and they're refocusing their team to basically probably do like mobile games.
Son of a gun.
So you see a lot of companies now closing a lot of studios and focusing them on mobile games and that sort of thing, because it's easy to make, less costs, and you can put microtransactions in and everything.
Bigger profit margins.
Exactly, and it's more available because everyone has a phone pretty much these days. So I think the future of gaming is good, as long as it doesn't fall down the shitter into all mobile games. Because that's where the money's at, and where the money's at, people levitate towards, and you lose track of why you wanted to make games for the fun, and then if people bought it. But nowadays can you make $100 million in 3 weeks now or whatever, and if you don't, your game's a pile of shit, and we're gonna scrap the team. So let us know what you think of the future of gaming, guys, in the comments.
I'll give it a crack now.
Yeah, do you want to go with your answer? No?
Basically, the good things about the future, I can see the future being good. What I want in games is after I've played BioShock, I want more in-depth storylines. Multiplayer is the big rage at the moment, or who plays Battlefield, who plays COD. It's like, I want them out. I don't want them to be known as the best of games just because they're addictive. I want a solid storyline, good dialect.
I want to know The Last of Us.
Yes.
That's that one, because
perfect.
The story was great. You got attached to everyone, not just one character. You got attached to everyone. Joel, Ellie. You got attached to some of the side characters.
You do.
And a lot of games nowadays, you just really don't get attached to the characters anymore. You always used to back in the day, and hopefully in the future, like you said, it's more story based. But as you know, it makes money, so
exactly.
I think we're still going to see a lot of multiplayer games. I think eventually it's going to be a point where microtransactions are in every game.
Yeah.
Like, there's not going to be any more games where they're like, we don't have them in because it's not going to be a profitable business.
Well, that's kind of segues into my bad points. I think the bad point is definitely going to be microtransactions. GTA is going that way. EA is going that way.
EA, in my opinion, was the starter of this. They really made a lot of money and pushed this. And, like nowadays, you see Rockstar, in my opinion, they've pretty much ruined their reputation, from me anyway, to now focusing where it's just can we make money? How much money can we make? And obviously the game doesn't really mean as much to them now as because they've got all that money. They can just focus on can we get even more money. Maybe that's just me reading between the lines, but that's how it comes to me anyway. Is if it comes across as slightly worrying when all that they're wanting to work on is ways to get into your wallet and to continue to get every last penny out of it. So
my final part of the bad points is multiplayer games. I feel like games like COD and Battlefield could be potentially ruining the gaming market.
Yeah.
Simply because other developers like, oh, what's this? COD? Look at all the profit it's making because of its
Exactly.
onlineness.
It forces developers to put multiplayer in.
You can imagine
Uncharted. Can you remember Uncharted? Uncharted 1, great single player, right? Uncharted 2, great single player, but guess what? That game had multiplayer in. I would never have thought in a million years that Uncharted would be a multiplayer game because it would make sense.
Yeah.
But they made a lot of money off it. So Uncharted 3, Uncharted 3, in my opinion, the story was I didn't think as good. They focused a lot more on multiplayer.
Multiplayer was fun, but it was
I'm
stupid.
not joking, Connor. There's like 50,000 microtransactions in Uncharted 3. There's microtransactions on microtransactions. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think a lot more companies will be like, this is the only way for us to make a lot of money because obviously microtransactions and season passes. You can charge it. You can get a lot more money off stuff like that.
And online passes, they were just stupid. They just don't belong anywhere.
Exactly. So that's our opinions on the future gaming. Let us know yours as well. You've got quite a lot of things to write in the comments today, so we'll just get chatting, respond to some people. If a lot of people comment, then
share the podcast about it also.
Nice. Link it to your friends because I'm pretty sure your friends will like 90% of the stuff we talk about. Are you? If they're not a Sunderland fan, then I mean they might appreciate our knowledge of the subject and whatnot. So
just put the podcast in the background while you're playing some games.
Exactly. Podcasts are, in my opinion, just made for just when you're lounging about. You're like, I'll go on the single player and I'll do some more stuff, and you can listen to this in the background. Hopefully, we've
bored you for an not really. Yeah.
Hopefully, we've entertained you for today's episode. If we have, remember to leave a like and subscribe to Connor's channel. Connor has got some. I'm not just saying this because we're good friends, but he legitimately has some good content on his channel, and coming up in the future. We always talk on Skype, and he tells us like, "Oh, I've just started the co-op seasons." It's really fun to watch to see how him and Lee as friends react to playing together on FIFA when predominantly I'm guessing they might have only played by themselves for a long time on.
Well, Lee's a better career mode player and I'm like a better online head-to-head player, so it's kind of hard.
It's good dynamic, so I would suggest watching it.
And the banter's really funny and some really funny stuff happens.
There's lots of good banter between them. So the Pixelmon series that's still good as well. So just subscribe, guys, and you can go through the catalogue of stuff because they've got quite a lot of videos.
Daily uploads as well.
Yeah, daily uploads. Whether it's Minecraft or FIFA, whatever meets your needs. If you just subscribe, that'll be great. So yeah, I think we're going to call it a day on the third episode of the Poopcast. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you next week.
See ya.